Welcome back. It's spark plug changing day. Unfortunately, finally. It seems pretty straightforward, and I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward, but nothing we can do but to get right into it. We yesterday somebody posted on Facebook. They're like, "Hey, don't forget to check your coils when changing your spark plugs." And he changed the plugs, wires, and coils. And I asked him if there's any headaches or anything he ran into, and a bunch of people responded, "No. This the back passenger side spark plug is only a pain in the ass." But as long as you have some extensions and swivels, it's all good. Which I have all that, so be good. In all of them, they say you need to take out the intake, but I do have an aftermarket one, so I don't know if I'll have to take it out, but part of the mounting for it is broken, so I'm thinking I may take it out and try to fix that. But really we just need to get into it. I have all the tools set out already for the spark plugs, but I will go start taking the intake off and see what we need to do on that stuff. So yeah, quick intro and we're gonna get right into it. Probably gonna have GoPro for some of it and like that as like a background camera. I don't know, find out. Alright, so looking at it as it is, see all of my coils and stuff already exposed. There's usually a big air box right here covering everything. So I don't think I technically need to take this out. Sorry, I'm falling. But right here, let's see if we can see this piece. That is not supposed to be moving. So I thought about, since I'm already in here, maybe take that out and see if I can't. I think it's steel, so I should be able to weld it back together. But it is connected over here and here. I don't know. But so you got 4 coils each side. These things right here. Those are spark plugs directly under those, and then there is an extra 4 following this wire right here, going down to the bottom side. Same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and follow those wires down to the other side. So I just gotta decide if I want to take this thing off or not. I've also seen a lot of people, they'll take the wheels off and lower it as much as they can just for ease, but I'm just going to use a ladder, and I have a big open space to stand on the frame. So as each are difficult, I think mine is less work, and if we need to, we can just lift it up to get more of a gap in between the wheel well and tire. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this off, just because I'll want to lean on it, and I can't because that thing's broken. So I'll be back real quick. It is just a couple of screws. Since that mount's broke, it's just a couple of screws to get it off the airbox and throttle body. Alright, we're not even going to take it all the way off. We're just going to lay it to the side right there because it is out of the way enough. So now all I need is a little 8mm to take that bolt off right there. I'm going to go ahead and pull these wires off both sides and get them out. They connect in the head right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get those wires pulled out to get those out of the way. And then we will be in here to take out these 8mm screws and pull the coils off. So give me a second and I am gonna pull the where's that? Alright, a quick thing while I'm here. So unplugging these, there's just this little lip holding it on top. And so it took me a second to figure it out. This little red tab, you need to pull it back. Is there one? So I already did those. If you can see right in here, you need to lift up on the red tab on this side and then pull it back at the same time. So right on the end, you lift up on the red tab and then you pull back on this. So then that red tab pulls back. You'll feel it go all the way. You just gotta push on that black tab right there and then pull it off. Maybe pull it off. Super simple. While I'm doing the plugs, this plug's completely out. This one is still attached in here. I was pulling off these wires as well. One thing I did get to mention, forgot to mention, I went ahead and blew air in here to get all the debris out, just so nothing falls in the holes whenever I take these out. Just something you might consider. I have an air hose over there I just brought over and blew it out real good. Just make sure nothing falls in those spark plug holes, just in case something's built up in there. But yeah, so again, you just lift up on the red tab on the front of it, push back on that side of the red tab, slides right back, push the black tab down, comes right out. Super simple. These you just pull off, and then they just pull out of the bottom as well. I don't know if I can, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it's too dark to show you, but the bottom ones you just pull and it pops right off. So yeah, so then we just need to come in. Oh, I gotta finish these obviously, and then come in with that 8mm, pull this one out, get the spark plug out, flip, put everything back together. So I'm gonna do this side, get all those pulled out. I think I'm gonna leave the plugs in the bottom for now, just so I can make sure I see where the hole is. So I don't want to take it out and then like I can't get light in there and can't see it. So for right now, I'm gonna leave the bottoms. I'm gonna go ahead and detach it from the head right here, just so it's just hanging off the bottom. But yeah, so far super simple. So I'm trying to film it with this one as well, but it kind of has limited time right now, which I really don't want to take it in and take the footage off that I already have. But I think I'm just going to try to do all on the GoPro. I think it'll be fine. But I'm going to go ahead and get all the wires unplugged real quick, and we'll be back for taking the actual coils out. Right. So my idea that I'm having right now is we're probably not going to film all of it because it's repetitive, but I'm going to film the front of both sides, the back of both sides, just because that should be the easiest and hardest. So I have gotten everything unplugged from this side at least. I got everything unplugged off that side, but this side is fully undone, as you can see. There's nothing down there anymore. But we're gonna go ahead and 8mm, like I said. Just take them off. I don't have my little thing right here. Should just pull right off, just like that. Nice. It actually doesn't look too bad in there. But so now, I don't know if you able to see it yet. See that silver hole right there? Now I just need to get a socket down there and pull a spark plug out. I can grab the socket. All right. So, just a spark plug socket. I don't remember exactly what, a 3/8. So just stick that carefully down in the hole. Find the grooves. I don't know how hard it's gonna be. Ooh. I think I'm on it. It seems really hard. Also, I'm standing in an awkward position, so it's not gonna help. You know what? It probably helps if we loosen. No, that's tightening, right? I'm pretty sure that's tightening. All right, sorry. I hope they all. Okay. Let's try that again. I hope they all aren't planning on being this hard, because that one was harder than it needed to be. It's probably heard that I said it was going to be an easy one. Okay, is it loose? Not yet. And yes, you may see I grabbed a longer thing because I needed more leverage. I couldn't get it where that other one was. Yeah, not loose yet. Okay. Spark plug out. Cool purple. It actually doesn't look too bad in shape. Little bit of stuff starting on in there, but honestly, for the miles that are on these, not that bad. I'll show you what we are working with though for the new ones. Here's the new and the old. I'm very surprised on how good this one looks. I think some of the bottom ones I kept blowing some out, so I think that some of those might be a little bit more rough. But honestly, not bad. I can't tell if the gap is still... I already checked all these gaps, so I checked with the gapping tool. All right, one thing I wanted to touch on, since I just said it, is gapping the spark plugs to the right spec. So Ford's manual says 0.41 to 0.47. So on this, there's 0.4, 0.44. The next one is 0.5. So with this, I already went through all the new spark plugs, but I'll take the 0.4. I'll slide it in there. You can see that it slides in easy. I'm using the old spark plug, by the way. Move up to the 0.44. It doesn't quite slide in. Wait, no, it does. It barely just slides right in there. I don't know if it's gonna focus. It barely just slides in right there. So there's no way it's gonna go to 0.5. So we know it's probably like a dot. Maybe like a dot. It looks like it's a dot 44 exactly. Dot 044, sorry. So this one's good still, because we got that range. I basically just did all of them. I just got dot 044 where it was kind of like this, where it slides in but barely. So yeah, this is an easy way. There's several different tools. I only have this one to check them. They're all kind of similar, where there's numbers and you can slide it to whatever number you need to. If it's out, you can just adjust by bending this up or down. But yeah, so I'm gonna go torque in that one. The Ford's recommended, or Ford's manual says, it says 106 inch-pounds. People online, it's kind of between like 100 and like I've seen some people do like 150, but like that's such a small gap that it's nothing crazy. I'm gonna stick to the 100 side because don't want to over torque, brake, or anything. So gonna stay safe on the 100. Which I accidentally took this out. I'm gonna put this back in. Going to put the long, that's not the long one. Where'd the long one go? Oh, this won't work. Gonna put this one back in. It's on the spark plug. Yep. Okay. Let's make sure the spark plug is completely tight with the fingers. Okay. Hook the torque wrench up. You can see I got it on, maybe you can get it right over 100. So I'm probably like 103 or something. I don't know why that's that way. So then we are just gonna crank it until we get that torque wrench snap. Shit, there it is. Okay, everything back out. Spark plug's back in there. I'm gonna grab one of the new coils and we'll almost be done with the first one. Now, if you're doing the coils, these are technically directional. So you'll see your hole where I took that 8mm out. Just make sure it's always going towards the back of the truck and you'll have the right side. So, nice and clean. Gonna slip that right over the spark plug. Get it down in there. Okay. It's in there. I'm gonna go and take this plug it back in. Before that, let's go ahead and screw this in before I start moving it. Screw, let's go straight back in. And it's still backwards. Jesus. Okay, let's make sure it's tight. Don't want to break anything. Go ahead and plug this back in. Hope you heard that click. So there's the first plug and wire, or not plug and wire, plug and coil in. Super simple. I'm gonna go and wait for the whole wires till the end, since I do need to attach it top and bottom. But yeah, so super simple. I'm gonna go ahead and run these two out and in, and then we will be back and show that last one, because it is it's a little tucked up in there. So give me a second and I will be back. All right, you guys are pretty far back in there. Let me get that 8mm off. I'm just gonna hopefully just go in with this. Yep, we're good there. I can tell you all three of these spark plugs have been pretty tight, so I'm not looking forward to this one. Right, 8mm is out. Let's grab that coil out of here. Coil now. All right, I don't know what and how we're gonna do the spark plug. Ugh. I'm gonna do my like 6-inch extension. So I'm just gonna do my 6-inch extension and get this down in there. Okay, that's on it. Now can you guys see how, oh, gotta miss a letter. You can barely see that head sticking out. The other ones have been a real pain to get off, so I can't imagine I'm gonna have fun doing this one. Okay. So I gotta get the right stance inside my bumper. I'm standing on my lower skid plate trying to do this. Okay. Standing. Let's see if I can do it with just this. Ooh, I got it. Ooh. Maybe I should have spoke too soon. Oh. Ooh, it's tight. I think I'm almost there. Maybe. Ugh. Oh. I'm gonna go in with this extension because it's a little bit easier for me to use my fingers on. I'm just gonna finger it up until it feels like it's loose. I'm not saying that's a recommended method, but that's how I that's how I could do it. And we are just gonna reverse it. New spark plug in. Carefully, as I just bang that, carefully get it back in that hole. Go down into the hole. Make sure it's nice and flat. Make sure it screws in nice, easy, no catching, no nothing. screw, 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 screw. Still making sure it's nice and easy. Trying to find, right, that's about the end of my fingers there. Gonna get our torque wrench. Make sure it's tightening. Get the torque wrench end on there. I might have to move the camera. I'll move the camera for this one. I'll just hold you with my left hand maybe. You guys can sit out here. Get the torque end on there. And start. I don't have much room here. Alright, we're starting to get tighter. Should hear that. There it is. Right there. Have to take the torque wrench out first. And then grab that slowly. And boom. That spark plug is in. I'm gonna go grab the last coil and we'll be done with the top. Plug her back up. I did forget to mention, oh Jesus, I missed the ladder again. Oh Jesus. Don't forget to push this red thing back in. Once you hear the click of it being in, you just gotta push it in and it goes right back in there. Whew. All right, so here is the whole driver's side. Went ahead and laid it out as I took them out, so this is front to back. This one is the worst looking one. I expect them more to all look like this. I'll go ahead and break these open at the very end, but they all don't look very, like, they don't look too bad. Like they always look used, but like nothing too crazy. Like I'm fairly impressed with how nice they still look. I got about 130 on the truck right now, so these little puppies lasted a while. Like even all the tops, nothing too bad. But yeah, so the whole top driver's side is done. No problem. Looking a little bit newer in there. I don't think I'm gonna film this side. I think saving time for my sanity, I'm just gonna run through those as quick as I can. Looks like that back one's gonna be a little bit easier than this back one, because it's like 20 minutes once I started cranking on it in a little groove. But right now, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom side, see how hard that's gonna be. So I'm gonna get the light over here, kind of get situated, because I think I can do it from the top, like all like the cranking and stuff from the top. I'll insert it here from the bottom and do all the cranking up top. But let's go ahead and get to that first one and see how hard it's gonna be. But let me go grab the light and everything and make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna do my best to show you guys this. You're gonna have to know what you're looking for. I'm gonna get you extended in there. Okay, so let's make sure we don't cover the light up with the camera. Let's see. I'm gonna cover the light up if I try to show it. If I can get. If I go down, can you guys see it? Okay, it's right through that hole between the wire and that hose. So right there, that red, you can kind of see that red behind the steering. That's one of the holes. There's no plug wire on this one. I think it's right there, right there. That little thing you can kind of see is the spark plug in there. So my plan, I'm going to drop it down from top, kind of guide it in from over here. Hopefully be able to snag it on there. So, can't really stand you guys up tall enough to see, I don't think. Maybe right here. Can you guys see over there? A little bit. And just these two will be enough to get it on there. But I am literally, let me move this down a little bit. You guys still see that there? Yep. So I'm just gonna try to snake this through those hose and wire I was telling you guys about. See if I can get it in there. Ooh, that might be it right there. I think that's it. Okay, we're on it. I'm gonna grab I do have this swivel that we're gonna need soon with the other ones. Oh no, I lost it. Okay, I'm gonna come back once I have it. So, top ones were torqued down pretty tight. These little bastards, I got out the second one. don't know if you'll be able to see right under that steering, see that hole? That's a spark plug hole, which this one broke just like the top one. The first one broke too. Luckily it didn't break bad enough to like where I couldn't get it out, but these little puppies are torqued by, I am cranking on as hard as I can. I had to get out my seat post. Whew. I did find out I am a skinnier person. I raised my truck up. I have a bit more room now. I can sit right here, so like my head's right here, everything's right here. I'm not skinny enough where I can work on it, but I can see everything. Luckily this one was pretty easy, but these two, I'm thinking about having Maddie come out here. You can sit right here, see the spark plugs, like they're like a couple inches from your face. I think she might be able to use her arms and like just guide it in there, because trying to get it on it is honestly the hardest. Like that one is still just trying to get it, make sure it's on there is some of the hardest part. But man, I'm cranking on these things and they're barely budging. But first one's out. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another plug back in that one so no contaminants get in, but here's the bottom. And here is, which this also broke, which wasn't fun. That broke in half. So there's the top to it. So this is the bottom second one right there. So it's kind of look like all the other ones, nothing too exciting, but I am wondering, some of these would come out, they would just come unplugged all of a sudden. I'm wondering if this is why, if this was broken inside that and this was coming out instead of, I thought just the plug was coming out, I thought just the plug was slipping out. I'm wondering if it was that broken inside. So that should fix that problem. But I am gonna spend time try to get this whole side done. It's not great filming, so probably not gonna film it. I will catch up with you once we are done and show you the aftermath of all the spark plugs. It's been a minute. Driver's side done. Can't really see anything down here. The farthest one back, just could not get the thread in. An hour trying to get that thing to thread in, but it's in. They're all in, all the plug, coil, wires, all in. I have not cut little zip ties down yet, but driver's side done. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the lower side of that side just to get the hard stuff out of the way, because the top's nice and easy and I would like to end on a good note. So moving over to that side, probably not gonna film it because it is me being shoved in a wheel well trying to get all this stuff out. I honestly don't know if taking the wheel off would even help, to be honest, because I was kind of using it as support. It might help so you can sit in there a little bit better. But on this side, my left arm is just tired from trying to get it to go in the threads. This side, my right arm will be free. So I'm hoping I can get it a little bit easier, but we're about to find out. And I know what I'm doing now. I know where to look. I know the best places to sit. So we're about to go for it. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's been a while. Spark plugs are done. Everything is in. Both sides, top and bottom. I got some stories to tell, but it's late at night. I'm dirty, tired, hot. I'm gonna go shower and go to bed, and I am going to pick it up tomorrow and I'll say details and stuff. I dropped one bolt. It's a bolt to the battery. Can't find it. Been looking for about an hour. Cannot find it anywhere. So I'm gonna put her in neutral and pull her out of the garage and I hopefully go find a bolt for it tomorrow. So, catch you guys in a second. Alright. New day. We are done. So, I finished it last night. Like I said, I dropped that bolt. I'm just waiting for this morning to get a new one. I just drove it probably about 20-30 minutes. Felt great. It did fix my like my low idling. Sounded like a weird low idle thing. It was spark plugs. Cause it's now gone. I'm already getting better gas mileage. I'll have to wait a week or something to figure out if it's actually or if it's just because there's brand new spark plugs in there. Everything felt fine. I think I drove like 15 minutes and then I floored it to get on the highway and didn't hear anything weird. Felt good. So I think we did a good job. I think with these like some of these weren't like me breaking it, pulling it out. Like some of them just like fell out as I pulled those. And so I think a lot of these broke before I even started touching them. Because whenever, I can't remember exactly which one, but these would blow out of the bottom spark plugs, and I just push it back in assuming I was doing it, but I think this might have been broken. And I never fully pulled it all the way out to check it. I just assumed I was plugging it back in. But I think these rods broke inside. And so it was a good thing we changed. The biggest pain was this one. It broke off. It was in the hardest position to get to. But got it. Everything's good. Overall, it took me 9 hours, but filming kind of takes a little bit of time in that. And I had that one that broke, and that one that wouldn't thread in. This one was almost a problem. It took me longer than it should have. But I think without those issues, which you're probably always going to have issues doing these, I think it's a 6-hour thing for all 16. Those top 8, hell, that's 30 minutes. But those bottom ones are a pain. It'd be nice, I think, if you could lift it up, take the wheels off, lift it up so you could stand with your face at the bottom spark plug level, or maybe like chest level, just to have that leverage of standing and getting everything. Because like I said, I sat in the wheel well with my back on the tire to get them put on, and then I would either extend it out with 40 inches of extensions or just lay on the ground and crank it. But I think if you had a lift and you got the spark plug about chest level, you could work on it pretty good. But it wasn't bad, and it was time consuming just because there was 16 of them. No issues. with anything. Yeah, it was actually a pretty good turnout for how long it took. Definitely my arms and legs are sore from being in weird positions and hitting so many things. But I'm gonna try to turn the camera to show you I have them all laid out exactly as I took them out. Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay. So this is the driver's side right here. Not many problems. A lot of these did have this broken. Actually, all the bottom ones, this was already broken off before I pulled it. Maybe this one might not have been. I pulled kind of hard, but the other ones just fell out as I pulled. This is the one I say maybe I didn't break because this broke in half. But as you can see, the spark plugs aren't, like, this is probably the cleanest right here. You can see that they're not bad, but it was definitely time to take them out and change them. These don't look bad at all. I haven't gone into the actual pellet yet. I'll do that in a second. But just looking over it and looking, some of them were pretty clean on the inside. Some of them weren't, but most of them were pretty clean on the inside. This is the passenger side, and you can see there's, like, especially this one, these are looking a lot more rough than these. And broken. But look, this didn't break. Like, that didn't break. That one's not broken. That one is one of these two. It's a weird situation with these things, because this one fell out and then this one it didn't fall out. I pulled harder and I might have broke it as I was pulling. It's just weird. The wires don't look bad. Nothing looks bad on them. Besides being dirty. But yeah, it was a great thing. Saved me $1,000 or whatever it cost. I think Ford is like over $1,000 to change them, and most regular shops won't. I asked the shop that I go to for everything. That camera stopped recording, so going back to the GoPro, figured I'd show you guys the finished product of the work. Okay. And also make sure nothing blew off during my drive. Let's see. Yeah, all right. So you can see are all the stuff still on? I think all the stuff is still on. This didn't fall off, which is great. Those wires down there all look like they are in. Those all look like they are in. Let's take a peek in here. In. All four on the passenger side are good. Driver's side. See you in. I see you in. See you in. Alright, so I like the gray better than the red. This is like a little bit cleaner looking. Looks like everything held on. Looks like I didn't forget to tighten anything. So that's always good. I don't know where the camera stopped recording. I don't know if I was talking about this stuff or if I was talking about what I was doing. But in short, it was a good experience. I don't know if that's pointing at me. Good experience. Glad I did it. Fairly easy. I don't know if I'd got to the point where I said you just need just patience, take your time. If you get frustrated, walk away, come back. But yeah, it's an easy process. It can save you a lot of money. Not too bad of a headache. You might run into a couple, but just set aside, like I set aside a Saturday to do it. Got her done. If you have somebody that can help you, just get 2 sets of everything, maybe just share a torque wrench. Do it half the time, easy. But I think I'm gonna end the video off there. Any questions, obviously put them down in the comments. I didn't really go over everything, but it's also just like come watch me be an idiot kind of thing. So if anybody needs specs or anything, I try to say all the specs at the beginning, but not too bad. But I'm gonna end off there. Gonna clean the garage up so I can get the cars in and go relax, because that was a lot of work yesterday. So I will catch you guys later.